Okay, guys, it is early in the morning, but I am here to do your wrestling video for Fastlane, with what basically happened, everything that's going on, and going towards WrestleMania. So, here we go. So, what did I think of Fastlane? I thought Fastlane was pretty outrageous, honestly. Obviously, predictable in some ways, but in other ways, really screwed up the original plan for WrestleMania, honestly. Like, there's a bunch of things going on now that will really affect WrestleMania, honestly, going forward. Like, some things are going to have to be changed and adjusted. Other than that, I thought the pay per view was a solid 9, honestly, out of 10. I thought it was, thrilling, exciting, a lot of twists and turns. Vince screwed with Kofi Kingston again, promising him to be in the triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Unfortunately, it ended up being a handicap match against the Bar, which he ended up losing. So I don't think that he is going to be added to the championship match at WrestleMania. It sounds like Kevin Owens will be getting his rematch. Um, we saw the return of Mustafa Ali, which was kind of interesting. I thought the women's tag team match for the titles was pretty decent between Nia Jax, Tamina, and Bailey. I thought that match was pretty good, one of the better matches on the card. The WWE Championship match I thought was pretty decent too. Um, and the tag team match between the Revival, um, Ricochet, Aleister Black, and also Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, I thought was a pretty good match. Can't no complaints there. The match between Becky Lynch and Charlotte, pretty boring, honestly. I was expecting it to last a little bit longer. Obviously, Ronda Rousey interfered in the match, and so now Becky Lynch is officially added to the women's tag team or women's title match now at WrestleMania. We saw EC3 for the first time in almost 3 weeks, flirting with Mandy Rose. That was kind of funny. The pre-show I thought was pretty good too. We got to see Christian for the first time in a long time, actually, on WWE television. Um, yeah, I thought he did a pretty good job. I thought commentary with Renee Young was much better at this pay per view than previous pay per views. I think she did a really good job, honestly. The Shield match, I don't know how to describe that. I guess I was wrong. The Shield did win. Um, but again, I mean, it just furthered the story for WrestleMania. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing with all that. Other than that, AJ Styles, came out and got his revenge on Randy Orton. That was kind of interesting. Um, Elias was there. Didn't wrestle, but he was there. Um, Still no Bray Wyatt. Still no Sami Zayn. Not quite understanding WWE's dealing with this situation. I mean, they're both medically cleared to be performing in ring. I'm not understanding what is the creative team doing here with these guys. Not getting it. Um, so I just finished watching Raw. Raw was also a pretty ridiculous, outrageous show. Lots of creativity, lots of random stuff that what happened. Honestly, like the thing with Strowman for WrestleMania, I'm not understanding what they're doing with him. I would have thought that they would have had him wrestle, Baron Corbin or somebody, but I guess not. Don't understand that either. Alexa Bliss was officially announced as the host of WrestleMania. I'm okay with that. I mean, if she can't compete, okay, I'm perfectly fine with that as long as she's going to be entertaining and not interfere in the matches. But we don't really know yet. So, um, competition wise, we saw some pretty good matches. Kurt Angle had his last in-ring match on Monday Night Raw in his hometown. I thought that was cool. Kurt Angle is going to be retiring officially after WrestleMania. He's going to have one more match at WrestleMania, which I'm hearing John Cena might be his opponent. I'm actually for that. I think he deserves to face Cena. They fought each other when Cena first started in the WWE, so I'm actually okay with that if that happens. Lashley wins the Intercontinental Championship from Finn Balor, so it sounds like that rivalry is going to be going into WrestleMania. Lio Rush again helped Lashley win. I was kind of surprised about that, actually. There's a tag team match, which was pretty good. Other than that, Dean Ambrose fought, was it McIntyre? McIntyre, yeah. And no holds barred match, actually. And then we had finally Dave Bautista come to confront Triple H. Finally got Triple H to accept the match, finally. So that's officially booked. I love that segment. I thought that was really interesting. Ronda Rousey came out basically talking a bunch of trash. Dana Brooks came out, tried beating up Ronda Rousey. That didn't go anywhere. Ronda basically destroyed her. Let me think here. Paul Heyman, we had a Paul Heyman sighting. He went out and did a promo against Seth Rollins. Rollins basically is, moving on to WrestleMania to face Lesnar. Overall, I thought Raw was a really good show, and I thought Fastlane was really good too. I would give them both 9s. We saw a lot of build towards WrestleMania now. There's going to be some actual storylines and some matches booked, and I'm actually kind of happy about it. We're getting somewhere. And Beth Phoenix, it sounds like her and Natalya might have a match against Tamina and Nia Jax. If that happens, that would be pretty sweet for WrestleMania, honestly, because we haven't seen Beth Phoenix perform in a ring in who knows how long. Or even if it's Natalya versus Nia, that could be a good match. Still don't know anything other than there's a 6-man tag tonight on SmackDown. I know that. Shane's supposed to come out and talk about why he turned on The Miz. Oh yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to bring up too. So it sounds like The Miz is going to be fighting Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. It sounds like it could be a street fight match, a hardcore match, something like that. I'm actually okay with it if it happens. That could be kind of cool for WrestleMania. We need as many good matches as we possibly can get at this point for WrestleMania, because before all this stuff with the pay-per-view, Monday Night Raw, nothing was really, booked or anything, other than like the women's match. And so Triple H, obviously, versus, Batista, and Rollins versus Lesnar. But anywho, so yeah, I just wanted to quickly do, so those are all the things I really know right now. And I'm gonna watch SmackDown to find out a little bit more what's going on that brand, because officially Asuka defeated Mandy Rose, so we don't even know who she's gonna be facing at WrestleMania. That's kind of open right now. And the tag team match for the championship at WrestleMania has not been booked yet. Usos retain the titles at Fastlane, so could be the Hardys, could be the Bar, could be the New Day, could be any tag team on SmackDown at this point. I would prefer to see the Hardys and the Bar in a tag team match against the Usos. I think that would be awesome for WrestleMania, but that's just up to whoever wants to book it and whatever. I mean, the other thing I want to talk about is JoJo has not been doing the announcing for the matches in almost 5 months now. They've been within contact with her. It sounds like there's some serious health issues going on with her, so that's why she took time off. some people are saying it has to do with Bray Wyatt not being on TV and that they're going to leave the company. Have seen nothing with that at all right now. It just depends on what WWE management is going to do. Blah, sorry, it's early in the morning. And then the whole angle with Vince McMahon right now against Kofi Kingston, I don't understand any of this either. Like, what are they going to be doing with that towards WrestleMania? Is he going to be wrestling? Is he not going to be wrestling? Like, what's the whole point with this? Um, and then R-Truth gets his rematch tonight on SmackDown for the United States Championship. I just wonder what they're going to do with Carmella. Like, is she going to compete in a women's championship match at WrestleMania? Is she still going to be R-Truth's manager? What's the deal with this? But that's all I know right now. I'll know a little bit more probably going into like the middle of Wednesday after I actually watch SmackDown, find out what their deal is, and what the matches are going to be booked for SmackDown for WrestleMania. And WrestleMania is officially 4 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen. So we will sooner than later know all the matches. They're kind of trying to book all the stuff together. I think it's cool that we're going to get Alexa Bliss as the host of WrestleMania. I think that's actually a good thing. So with that, I'm going to cut you guys loose. I love wrestling. That's why I do these videos. And WWE is actually doing a lot of good things right now. I think that going into WrestleMania, we're going to have a pretty decent show this year. Much better than last year's. And let's just hope for the best. Let's hope that we have a good show in 4 weeks. Because I love WrestleMania, and I know every other fan does too. So let's hope that we get a great show. Peace.